Greetings, family, and welcome to another edition of KSOL Black Talk Radio, the new black media. Today's video is about Nike, who recalls a shoe after Colin Kaepernick raises racial concerns. Well, family, in a decision that will thrust Nike into the spotlight of corporations walking a tightrope between product and historical symbolism, the athletic giant has pulled an American flag-themed shoe from circulation after former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick expressed concern to the company about selling apparel he says features a slave-era emblem. According to a source, Nike began a movement to pull the shoe from stores nearly 2 weeks ago after Kaepernick and others raised concern that the Betsy Ross flag printed on the heel of the company's 4th of July themed Air Max 1 was not only racially insensitive, but had also been adopted by some groups such as the Patriot Movement and Identity Europa, pronounced Europa, as a symbol of white nationalism. Nike spokesman Mark Rhodes released a statement Monday declaring, quote, Nike has chosen not to release the Air Max 1 Quick Strike 4th of July as it featured an old version of the American flag, unquote. A source who went into more detail about the decision said that a significant part of the shoe's removal from circulation stemmed from complaints from Kaepernick and others about the symbolism of the Ross flag, which rose to prominence in the 1790s. Further backlash began to build on a smattering of social media platforms last week, while Nike began quietly recalling the shoes from stores as debates over the sensitivity of the product bubbled up on sneaker-centric accounts. The Betsy Ross flag features 13 stars in a circle representing the United States' original 13 colonies. As concern over white nationalism has become a spotlight issue in recent years, the Ross flag has for some risen as a symbol of controversy, as it's reportedly been adopted by some movements. One of the most nationally publicized moments spotlighting the symbolism occurred in Michigan in 2016, when students from largely white Forest Hills Central High brought the Ross flag and a Donald Trump Make America Great Again banner to a high school football game against Grand Rapids, Ottawa Hills, a school which has a minority, or rather black, enrollment over 90%. Following a complaint about the flag and banner, Forest Hills Public School Superintendent Daniel Beam apologized for the incident in a published letter. In it, he said the Forest Hill Central students had waived a historical version of our flag that to some symbolizes exclusion and hate, and injects hostility and confusion to an event where no one intended to do so. The president of the Greater Grand Rapids branch of the NAACP, Clee Jackson, later blasted the students' use of the Ross flag in comments to Michigan Capital Confidential, calling it a symbol that had been adopted by the so-called Patriot Movement and other militia groups who are responding to America's increasing diversity with opposition and racial supremacy. Those were feelings Kaepernick passed on when he shared his concerns with Nike about the Ross flag being a slavery-era symbol. Not long after, the company began moving to recall the shoes, which had already been shipped to stores throughout the country. It's unclear how many of the stores, if any, made it into public hands. It's also not clear what Nike intends to do with the apparel now that it's been recalled. Well, let me just state this for the record. If any of these shoes got out to the public, you can rest assured that they will probably end up on the market and be sold at a very high premium. Anyways, the shoe, well, I highly doubt that we would see any black person wearing these shoes. Well, we just might though. A coon would be proud to wear these shoes. But anyways, I could probably name a few YouTubers, as a matter of fact, who I could think of right off the top of my head, who would probably be really proud to wear these shoes. But nonetheless, you just heard it from me exactly what the issue is with these shoes and exactly how it represents racism. This is KSOL Black Talk Radio. You tell me what you think. P.S. We're not surprised that these racist symbols end up being a part of these white nationalist groups, are we? We're just not surprised. Not in this day and age. We are wide awake. Peace out.